In this video we're going to show you how to remove a monitor, radio, CD player from 2012 Mini Cooper Countryman, which is similar to some other years and model. The tools that you need is this yellow dashboard removal tool, and then Torx screwdriver size T20 and T30, plus a small flat screwdriver. In the first step, we remove the screws in the cup holder, the size T20 Torx, and for the center console at the end there is a size T20 also Torx screw. We remove these three, and then we push the whole center console backward. You don't need to remove it, we can just dislocate it and just push it all the way backward, so it gives us enough room. So we want to remove this cover under the radio. As you can see, there is only one T20 screws for this cover under the radio assembly. You need to remove this screw, and then we have to remove this whole cover from underneath the radio. You need to jiggle it and get it out of there, and you have to hold the cup holder all the way up, and then you can pull it from the driver's side. Now we remove the bezel around the monitor and the speedometer cluster. Oh, by the way, we already made everything loose, though. This is just for the demonstration only. And it has only one connector which you need to disconnect. And it has two clips on the top, metal clips. Yeah. Now in the next step, you need to remove this sensor assembly on the top. First you push up the cap, and once you get the cap out, and then you remove the whole sensor assembly, you insert your flat screwdriver and you pop it up. And there is one screw underneath which you need to take that screw out, and then you will be able to hold the cover out. And you can put it on the side. Now we need to pop up the bezel around the radio. It's on the driver's side, and then you do the one for the passenger side. Yeah, these are the clips. It does not have any screws, it's just only clips only. And now we remove the side cover next to the glove box. Just pop it up, and these are the clips which holding it, and then you need to remove this size T20 screw, and the one on the bottom is size T30. You need to remove these two screws, and now we are gonna remove the screws for the glove box, 3 of them on the top, and then there is a 2 underneath, which is hard to show you on the camera. One all the way here and one all the way on the top. Once you get these screws out, then you can drop the glove box. Now in this step we are going to remove most of the screws because everything is almost exposed. There are one screw on the top over here. As you can see, the screw on the top is size T30. And in order to get the other one out, you need to insert your tool between this cover and the glove box, and then insert your screwdriver to remove the screw. I'm going to show you from up here. So this is the location of the other screw. You get these 2 screws out, and now we go back to the radio section. Now we're going to remove all of the screws around the radio and the cluster. All of them are size T20. There's one over here, one up here, one up there, one over here, one on this side, and another one on this side. All around the whole radio and cluster. Now on the driver's side, we are going to remove the cover under the steering wheel. There are two screws underneath which you need to remove before you drop this panel to all the way underneath. It's just like the glove box here. Now the two T30 screws are exposed. This is just like on the passenger side, which we can remove the screws. And don't forget to remove this screw on the top also. It's a size T20. And now we can pop up the whole console cover. You just have to pull it forward. This is for around the radio, and then you can do the same thing around the cluster too. And before doing that, you need to remove these two screws also, size T20. And then now you can pop up the whole bezel around the cluster. Once you get that bezel out, there are 3 mounting screws for the cluster which they get exposed. One on the driver's side, one on the passenger, and all the way in the center of the cluster, right up here. So once you get these 3 screws out, then you can remove the cluster. And this is the connector for the back of the cluster. As you can see, the mounting screws for the radio are exposed now. The 2 of them on the passenger and the 2 screws on the driver's side. And you just need to remove these 4 screws, and you can pull the whole radio CD player out. But before that, you need to disconnect the connectors for this panel, so it makes it easier to remove the radio out. So if you need any repair for the monitor, radio, CD player, you can send it to High Tech Electronic Services in Van Nuys, California, 818-785-8085.